on, you're gonna need, if you have a yoga block, go ahead and grab it for the practice today. If not, you can just roll up a blanket and you can use that instead. At one point, we're gonna use that. All right, so this is Yin and I'm Jenny, and this class is geared to bring you stillness and to help stretch all of the connective tissue in your body. So we'll be holding poses, shapes, all ground-based for an extended period of time. And in those moments, that's where you really just kind of bring your deepest level of awareness out and connect to your breath. Okay, we're gonna start with a meditation. So if you have your block, you can sit on it or you can sit on your blanket too. And then come on up to a really, really tall spine. Your legs can be crisscrossed, or you can keep your legs straight out in front of you, or you can even come onto your knees and stick your block or your blanket underneath your legs. Just take a moment right here to feel grounded underneath you. And eventually inviting your eyes to close. So we begin with finding this physical stillness. Welcoming this space. And now beginning to bring the attention all to the ins and outs of your natural breath. Feel your inhale sweep up in through your nose. And then that little tickle as it comes back out your nose. And then as soon as your exhale ends, your inhale begins. Creating this never-ending pattern of breath. In through your nose, out through your nose. Again and again. And it's in these moments right here, these moments of so much awareness, so much depth, so much mindfulness. This is the practice right here. This is where we grow. When your mind gets drawn to a thought, that's okay. Observe the shift. And then we start again. Come back to the sensations of your breath. How many times can you come back? This is what is building your meditation practice. Every time you come out, you're given the chance to come back in. It's teaching us a lesson of beginning and restarting over and over again. You're almost there. 5 more focused breaths. And slowly start making circles with your neck. Adding in the slightest movement. And then reversing directions. Gently bring your shoulders up towards your ears. Let them drop behind your back. One more time, lift, roll, and fall. Opposite way, shoulders come up and then forward. If you're sitting on a prop, you can move it over to the side. We're going to begin with a shoulder opener, so coming onto our bellies. Opening your arms to a T, your palms will face down. Lift your left foot up towards the sky, and then gently rolling over onto your right side body. Your foot will come up and around, maybe planting the bottom of your foot onto the floor. Or you can keep your knees together and prop them with your blanket or with your block as well. Your cheek will come down to your mat. You'll feel all these sensations through your right shoulder. Your left arm can stay where it is, or it can wrap behind you. So this is where the stillness comes into this practice. Holding this shape, this space. And bringing all of our attention to our natural breath. Meditation continues. Keep breathing through all of these sensations. creating this stillness within your mind and your body. Very slowly start to roll back onto your belly, releasing your arms either next to your side or clasping your fingers behind your back. Start to press yourself up to your hands and your knees, coming to a tabletop position. And then from here, opening your knees really wide to the outsides of your mat. Sink your hips back down towards your heels. Let your arms be long and drop your forehead down onto the mat. Taking this wide leg child's pose. Feeling a soft opening through your hips. Feel your breath. If you need more sensation, you can open your legs a little wider. We've had so much time to think. This whole process has been a job for our mind to create peace and security with some of the things that we cannot control. And it's really given us this chance to truly live in this present moment. To be content with what we have right in front of us. Lao Tzu says, Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are. When you realize there is nothing lacking, the whole world belongs to you. There is nothing lacking. Slowly start to shift your hips back up. Roll all the way back down onto your belly and open your arms to a T. Your palms will face down as you lift your right foot up to the sky. Let it come all the way up and over, either planting your foot down onto the floor or keeping your knees together with your blanket or your block between them. Again, you'll be feeling the sensations through your left shoulder. You can take your right arm and wrap it behind your back. The whole world belongs to you. The moment we are content with what we have and the way things are. Find your breath. Very mindfully and very gently, start to roll back onto your belly. Your arms can come to your side, or you can wrap them behind your back again for your counter pose. As you lay here with your chest to the earth, take this opportunity, this moment, to feel more grounded, to feel more connected. These little moments are there all throughout our days. We just have to grab them. We just have to reach for them. Gently bring yourself back up to your hands and your knees. And then swing your legs out in front of you. Come onto your butt. We're going to move into a hip opener. So bending your left leg and creating 90 degrees from your knee to your foot. And then taking your right leg and placing it right on top. So your foot on top of your knee and your knee on top of your foot. Full pigeon or 90-90, or sometimes it's called fire log. The sensations are going to be all through your right hip. So if this isn't working for your knees, this placement, you can always extend your left leg in front of you and either keep your foot on top of your thigh or bring it to the inside of your leg. Take just a moment to wiggle and ground down underneath your sitting bones. Good, reach up, create length. And then very softly, chin to your chest, start to roll forward. Dropping your chest over your legs. Feeling the softness, this decompression through your spine. And the edginess through your right hip. And then come to your breath right here. Maybe welcome the stillness and the silence that surrounds you. Again, being content with this moment that we are given right now. Is there more that we need in our life to make us happy? Will we search over and over again to find it? Or is it possible that we can accept all of what we have right now in this moment and find content? You know, you're always told bigger is better, bigger is better. And I think there comes a time in your life where you realize that smaller and more simple is actually the win. Keep bringing your body to an edge, to a place of discomfort, And then come back to your breath again and again. Very slowly start to roll yourself back up. And then allow your legs to come out in front of you, your hands next to your hips. Just take this gentle windshield wiper motion from side to side. Good, moving to the opposite side. You'll cross your right leg in front, creating this 90 degrees, and then place your left leg on top. And again, maybe one hip might be a little tighter than the other. You always have that option to change this pose up by extending your leg straight, crossing your ankle over your knee, or bringing the sole of your foot to your thigh. Good. Go ahead and reach up. And then let gravity bring you down. Chin to your chest, round and roll. And then keep going. And keep going until that edge is there. And you feel those moments of discomfort. Coming to your breath. And feeling every inhale and exhale again and again. Sorry guys, little technical difficulty. We're back.
I am strong, I think I am weak. You say I am held, and I am falling short. When I don't belong, you say that I am yours. And I believe, oh I believe, what you say of me. I believe. The only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. In you I find my worth, in you I find my identity. Oh, you say I am loved, and I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong, and I think I am weak. You say I am held, and I am falling short. And when I don't belong, you say that I am yours. And I believe, oh I believe, what you say of me. I believe. Taking all I have and now I'm laying it at your feet. You have every failure, God, and you'll have every victory. Oh, you say I am loved, and I can't feel a thing. You say I am strong, and I think I am weak. You say I am held, and I am falling short. And when I don't belong, you say that I am yours. And I believe, I believe.
Slowly start to roll yourself back up. Let your legs extend out in front of you. And again, you can take that same counter pose, or you can just let your legs fall straight in front of you and just be still through all of the sensations you've created. We're going to take our mats and roll them in half or in thirds the long way. And continuing with the opening of our hips. If you have a blanket and you know you need a little extra protection, you can place it on top of your mat. Once you get situated, take your knees and bring them as wide as you can. Wider than your hips. And then let your forearms come down onto the mat. You're going to keep this slight elevation of your hips above the ground. And then maybe walking your chest down towards the ground. Again, keeping your hips elevated. You'll feel all of these sensations still continuing through your hips and through your thighs. And through every breath, keep building the sensations over and over again. Keep using your breath as fuel, as fire, to ground you and bring you to the present moment. Frog pose is edgy and really gets in there to those hips. Be okay with the discomfort. You are healing right at this moment. Very slowly, with so much awareness, start to come out. You'll know where your body wants to go. Maybe it's shifting to child's pose and bringing your hips back over your heels. Or maybe it's just coming to a tabletop or extending your legs straight out in front of you. You can unroll your mat. Come up to seated. Take your folded up blanket or your block and just place it right at your tailbone to the lowest part of your spine, right at your sacrum. You're gonna lay flat down to the ground and then bend your knees and bring the soles of your feet down to touch. As you feel this gentle elevation through your hips coming into this modified bridge pose. You can also go back and extend your legs straight. So just for a few moments, few breaths here. Feel your hips rise. Your heart open. There was a story of this crow that lived in the forest. And he was absolutely satisfied in life. But one day he saw a swan. And he thought, wow, that swan is so white. And I am just so dark. That swan must be the happiest bird in the whole world. So he expressed his thoughts to the swan. And the swan said, actually, I was feeling that I was the happiest bird around until I saw a parrot. And the parrot had two colors. I think the parrot is the happiest bird in all of creation. So the crow then approached the parrot, and the parrot explained, well, I lived a very happy life. And then I saw a peacock. As a parrot, I only have two colors, but the peacock has multiple colors. So then the crow visited the peacock. And he saw that hundreds of people had gathered around to see it. After the people left, the crow approached the peacock and he said, you are so beautiful. All of your colors, every day people come and take pictures of you and they come to see you. I think you are the happiest bird on the whole planet. And then the story continues with the words of the peacock. And the peacock says, I always thought that I was the most beautiful and happiest bird on the planet. But because of my beauty, I am trapped in this zoo. And I have realized that the crow is one of the few birds that is not kept in a cage. So I've always thought that if I were a crow, I could be the happiest bird in the planet. Slowly remove the block or the blanket from underneath your hips. Bring your knees up into your chest. Give yourself some love. Let your hips rock from side to side. Giving yourself any final movements that your body may need to seal your practice today. And then preparing for rest, let your legs extend to the corners of your mat with options to come onto your side or onto your belly. If you have your blanket, you can unroll it and place it on top of you. Let yourself just melt into this place of rest. Being content with who we are and what we have. Without the comparison of others. Valuing the things that we have in our life that make us happy instead of looking out and wanting more. Shavasana. Start to feel your breath deepen. Your chest rise and fall, bringing more awareness to the ins and the outs. The softest movement through your fingertips and through your toes. Rolling over onto one side, coming into a fetal position. And then coming up to seated. Palms together, hands to heart center. Truly being content and happy with what we have and who we are. Let us collectively send out our love, our light, our positivity, our hope to all beings. Wishing happiness and peace and freedom. Take a big inhale here. Bring the air all the way up to the top of your chest. Open your mouth. Exhale, let it go. One more deep cleansing breath. Inhale fully. Belly presses forward. Air travels. Hold. And then exhale, open your mouth. Let it all out. Bowing to the love, to the light, to the divinity in you and in me.
Namaste.
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 Namaste. Thank you.
You.
Thank you. I'm sorry that, did you guys wonder what happened to me?
I didn't even notice because it was fine anyway. No.
I got totally booted out, and then when I had to log back on, I was on mute. I'm texting Lisa like, unmute me, unmute me.
I was deep in the pose.
Well, that's a really good thing that you guys didn't even know that. You means you were really into your practice.
Yeah.
I'm
We
happy.
could all hear the music.